Right, so here's a bit of news I thought was interesting. Um, as you probably know, it looks like they're going to end the COVID vaccine because RFK Jr. Uh, is a lunatic and he's actually making money being paid by companies to prevent vaccines. He's been in the employ of right wing conspiracy theorists for a while and he's involved in lawsuits against people that make vaccines. So he gets money by blocking vaccines so people that need them can't get them, like most of the Trump administration. And so, anyway, this may be interesting. If they say if you buy an over-the-counter antihistamine and just spray it in your nose once a day, it cuts your COVID infections by 2/3. So that's interesting. I'm thinking of maybe doing this when I go to conventions and such. It's an interesting idea. So, Israel makes really dangerous spyware. Celebrite is from Israel, and also NSO Group, and also these guys, Paragon Solution. They make spyware that can hack into your phone. I met the CEO of Celebrite, and he told me that he could punch through any version of any iPhone or Android and get your data without knowing your PIN or password. I don't know if that's still true, but a few years ago he claimed that was true. So, the Trump administration, the immigration agency now has that software. Biden administration decided that it was too dangerous for ICE to have that software and blocked it, but Trump has removed that block, so now they have that software. So that's interesting. This is a thing to be aware of in case anybody didn't know that if the ordinary police get your phone, they usually have a really hard time getting in. The main tool police have is a much cheaper product called Gray Noise that just tries punching the PIN in, and it takes like hours, and it only works if you have a 4-digit PIN on an older phone. The modern phones, I think most police departments can't get in, but law enforcement agencies with a lot of money like the FBI can afford to buy this expensive foreign software. The FBI bought Celebrite software years ago when they needed to break into a phone left behind by a dead terrorist. So there are tools that can punch right through your password and steal the data off the phone, at least for older phones, and arguably for all models. These companies are very smart, and they develop sophisticated techniques to bypass the security of the phone. It turns out that 2/3 of all the grocery stores use some product to maintain their freezers, which has 10 major flaws. So it can be remote controlled. Someone asking about 197 internship. Yeah, if you want, I can answer questions about that. The probably best thing is at 7:30. I teach normal class till 7:30, and then I answer questions on any topic. So anyway, so that's interesting. They've reported the bugs, and there are firmware updates and so on. So it's a serious issue. Yeah, you're early. Yeah, fat buddy. Right. And so this is important. There was a famous suicide where a kid made friends out of ChatGPT. There have been several of these. And ChatGPT, the thing about ChatGPT, especially the previous version 4.0, is that it is very obsequious. It will tell you you're wonderful and encourage you no matter what you're doing. And in particular, it will encourage you to if you start asking it for tips on how to commit suicide, it'll help you, and anything else. And so it'll even help you overcome the security measures built into ChatGPT that would prevent it from talking about dangerous topics. It tells you, oh, tell me that you're writing like a novel about this or something, and then I can talk about those dangerous topics. So anyway, they're now talking about adding some parental controls, which certainly seems like a good idea. Trying to have parental controls like they have for other software where your parents can limit how many hours you spend on it, and hopefully can notice when it's getting into dangerous topics and route you to some kind of therapy or treatment. So it'd be nice if they developed some controls. Too bad some teenagers had to die to motivate them, but maybe they'll actually try and implement some controls that might help. As you probably all know, people really are firing their staff and replacing them with AI. The general results are very bad, but it is very trendy right now. And Salesforce says they've fired about half their tech support people. 4,000 out of 9,000 have been fired because they say AI can do the job. Salesforce claims to have very good bots that can really do a lot of calling customers and prospects to buy your product. And they're very proud of it. Now, a third party that connects to Salesforce just got hacked, called Sales something else, Sales Sale or something. Let me find the name of this thing. SalesLoft. SalesLoft Drift just got hacked by leaking an API token and exposed a bunch of Salesforce instances, but it doesn't seem like it was a security flaw at Salesforce itself. It's just that people have several third-party products connected together, and one of them had a flaw. So that's going to affect a lot of companies. But anyway, Salesforce claims that their AI bots can actually take action for your company as well as an employee. We will see. And let me see if I can defeat this nonsense. Yeah. So the Wall Street Journal, the Trump family just announced their third crypto product that I know of. They have the Trump coin and the Melania coin, and now they have the World Liberty Financial Token. And therefore, on paper, Trump family now has $6 billion, far more than all their real estate put together. They've really made a lot of money out of this. Other people that have made a ton of money out of government work is Marjorie Taylor Greene. She was not even a millionaire, and now she's worth $20 million by doing insider trading. Nancy Pelosi did the same thing. If you work in Congress, you get to find out what's happening in time to perform insider trading. They all do it, and or at least most of them do it. But Trump is the most effective, just at turning fame into money, which is what meme coins do. People buy the coin just because they've heard your name. And been Trump's business for more than 10 years is just leasing his name out to put on buildings and stakes and waters and stuff. He's the expert at reality TV, making himself famous, keeping it in a newspaper, and then turning that into money. So he's done it again. This is all incredibly unconstitutional, illegal, by the way. The problem with all these coins is that foreigners can invest in them, and they do, just like you saw the parade a week ago, if you were looking, of people walking to go into Trump's office bringing him gold statues and gifts. This is just the way they used to deal with emperors. You give them a gift, and then they do you a favor. So it's quid pro quo, corruption. This is something I didn't know about. When people get injured and they need blood, it is real important to give them blood really fast. And if they put the blood in the ambulance and give it to people in the ambulance, it will save them a lot more money. But right now, the insurance companies can't figure out who to bill if that happens, so nobody does it. They have to drive you to the hospital to give you the blood, and people die on the way. So that's interesting. I didn't know that. And as you can see in the war in Ukraine, drones are incredibly powerful in war now. And so the extremists, the far right-wing extremists that want to start a civil war in America or to perform attacks, sort of like the Proud Boys and their ilk, are now planning how to make home-built drones and put bombs on them and use them to, push their political agenda. So in case anybody didn't know that was happening, it's certainly happening. The thing about drones is that they're readily available, very dangerous, and very cheap. You do not need to be a government agency or well-funded. You can take like a commercial drone and just attach a hand grenade or a bomb to it and then have a very dangerous weapon. And the extremists have noticed this. So anyway, that's enough of the news. Let me stop this.